Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave Garcia here at Keller Williams Realty Landmark in Bayside. We also have an office in Jackson Heights. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about well, honestly, this is a video that I've been meaning to make for a long time, and it's about what makes me different or what sets me apart. It's a common question that's given at all, in job interviews, and every day as a real estate agent, when I go on appointments, that's what I'm doing. I'm applying for the job of selling your home, right? Or if I'm working with a buyer client or customer, also working, looking to get hired by them to help them find the place, right? So part of what makes me different, and forgive me if some of these things sound repetitive, but part of what makes me different as a real estate agent, as a real estate professional, is that I take my craft very seriously. And that's not to put anyone else down, but I am constantly in training here at Keller Williams Realty and different conferences across the country to get the best skills possible to not only get new business, but to also help the clients that I have. Because at the end of the day, this is my career, and all I want to do is provide the best customer service possible for anyone that chooses to work with me, right? And the way I do that is through training. And actually, at the beginning of my career, there was an agent that worked here in the office who told me, who gave me the advice to never stop learning. And she had been in the business 25 years up to that point. Now we're looking at, that was like, now she's looking at 36 years in the business. But I remember that stuck out to me because she was a tremendous producer, just a giving heart, a wonderful person, and she taught me to never stop learning. And I know that that's said in different books and in different things, but I always am trying to stay on top of the latest techniques, skills, negotiation tactics, and technology, marketing, all of the above to help my customers and clients, right? And it's a work in progress. I'm always looking to get better, and that I think is a very strong point into what sets me apart, right? That's one of the things. For me, one of my strengths is actually technology. I know that in today's day and age, there are many tactics to sell a home. There are different ways, 1,000 ways to skin a cat, as some people say. But when it comes to real estate, there's belly to belly, there's handshakes, there's meeting people on a daily basis, there's hitting the phones, there's postcards, there's sending out letters, so on and so forth. But the new age also includes social media and search engine optimization techniques. In other words, getting more people to our websites, getting more traffic, getting people to see our social media advertisements where we get their information and are able to follow up with them in a more professional manner. We know how to structure that through Keller Williams systems and models. We're able to capture the lead information. So let's say we have your house for sale. We put an ad on social media, Facebook, Instagram, what have you, and through the quality of advertisement that we send out and the different strategies that we use, we capture more of that information, which enables us to follow up with them and get you more potential buyers for your home. And how is that different from anyone else? Besides the fact that not everyone does that, and not a lot of people, I shouldn't say not a lot of people, but there are a lot of agents that still don't work in the social media realm too much. They still don't believe in it. It's one of the strengths. I actually train and I teach here in our office, in our market center, on technology, on how to service our customers and clients. And so not only do I learn through going to different trainings and to the trainings we have here and across the country, but I'm also training our other agents as well. So I'm learning through teaching, right? And the tech aspect, we have new technology that's rolling through the company. We've been slowly transitioning over the last 4 years, getting data and really empowering our agents to provide the best service for you possible. As much as getting new leads is important, lead follow-up is supremely important. So let's say we host an open house for you, which sometimes we do. Through an open house, you have several people to come in. And one of the things that you'll see is that some agents will have paper sign-in sheets for these potential buyers, these visitors, to sign in. And the problem that we've found over time was that a lot of people just put stuff that you can't read at all. You can't read the handwriting, and a lot of times they do that on purpose so that you don't, follow up with them. Sometimes they're looky-loos, they're just neighbors that were curious, and they'll put whatever down. We have other tactics and strategies that we can share with you where we capture a larger audience when it comes to open houses as well. So it's not just an online presence, we're also live. We have people hosting the open houses that are very professional, that are trained in how to host an open house, how to maximize the exposure for your home. So that's just another tool in the toolbox, right? And we always focus on being 10 steps ahead in terms of the transaction. So now that we have told you how, or part of how we get more people into your home, or more prospects, more leads, more potential buyers, we also, after that, once we get an accepted offer, we negotiate, which negotiation is extremely important. That is part of why we charge what we charge. And if you think about it, multi-billion-dollar companies always hire some negotiator or closer and pay them extremely well to ensure that the terms and the conditions, the finances of each deal are a win-win and represent you in the best way possible, right? So that is part of what we do. But after that is really where we continue with providing value to you. And how is that? Well, one of the things that we have to focus on, especially with this uncertain market, that is going on right now, or even in the seller's market, a buyer's market, whatever the market is, we have to stay on top of the transaction from the moment that there's an accepted offer to under contract, and then throughout the process until you close, right? And we'll go over that a little bit more, but we always try to stay 10 steps ahead. We try to be the liaison between all parties, make sure that everyone is communicating, and in a real estate transaction, there are multiple parties that need to communicate. You have inspectors, appraisers, the mortgage lender, the banks, attorneys, closing attorneys, title. You have the buyer's agent, you have the buyers, you have the sellers, and you have, we would be listing agents, or if we represent a seller, we'd be speaking with listing agents as well. So there are a lot of moving parts, and we need to make sure that we stay on top of each section to to solve as many issues up front. We try to take care of issues before they become an issue, right? Sometimes as much as we see something happening, there's nothing that we can really do, and we have to just find a solution for it. There's things that come out of the blue. There could be survey issues. There could be tons of different things that happen in a transaction. We will be there every step of the way to guide you and help you make the best and most well-informed decision possible, right? And we have to be able to pivot. We have to be able to adapt to what's going on, and those are some of the things that really set us apart from other agents that you can potentially hire. Besides that, my dedication to you, I always say to everyone that when it comes to my clients, I treat them as if I treat family. So if I'm sitting across the table from you and we're talking and we're making very important decisions, whether that's choosing to list with me, whether that is choosing to sign a contract, whether that's to accept an offer, whether that's to counter, whatever that is that we're speaking about, I would be talking to you as if I would talk to a family member. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you are wowed by the experience, the real estate experience that we are going through together, the transaction. And this is my livelihood, so I want to make sure that you are confident and comfortable with recommending me to someone in the future, or now if you happen to know of anyone, right? I always want to provide the best customer service possible. I try to, there's reason that I don't have my face across all of my marketing all the time, because I consider Apple and Google, Microsoft, these big companies, I consider them, amazing at customer service, and I try to model myself around them and around the Keller Williams models and around a lot of the training that I've had. So I want to make sure that your needs are always first, right? And I want to make sure that you are as well informed as possible. And I would guide you and treat you the way I would treat my mom, my grandmother, and make sure that you are doing what's in the best interest of you, of your finances, protecting your wealth, and in the best interest of your family in many cases as well. So if you want to know more, please feel free to reach out to me. This is a very long video, but I wanted to provide some of that information to you up front. And it is my pleasure to bring this to you. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to let me know. And you can also hit me up on Instagram at David Garcia KW or at Sell Your Queen's Home as well. So hope to speak to you guys soon, and you'll see all my information as well down here. All right, take care.